And I would wear a black shirt on this day when we're getting all this
yummy coconut
stuff falling
macarons, all filled with coconut.
Hey, this is Bill and Susan. We're back up in New Jersey Easter weekend on a hunt for some of the best smoked Polish kielbasa, German bakery delights, and deli breakfast sandwiches. Join us now on What I Ate.
Hey, we're here in East Brunswick, New Jersey, where we're on our pursuit of kielbasa over at a place called Contintal Provisions. I think it's also known as the sausage place. It's actually just down the block from here. We're actually in the parking lot to the Village Deli, and whenever we come over here to buy kielbasa and bratwurst and things, all handmade by the way, we stop at the Village Deli because they give us we can get some huge breakfast sandwiches there.
We knew what we wanted on entering the store, so we placed our sandwich orders. This gave us some time to look around the shop and get our coffee.
Finest dashboard dining for breakfast.
Whenever we're in New Jersey and we want to replenish our kielbasa supply, we go to the Contintal Provisions, sometimes known as the sausage place. It's an old world style butcher shop. They make their own bacon, bratwurst,
Kielbasa, garlic sausage. It's awesome.
Yeah,
that's the only sausage I'll eat now.
Yeah, we discovered this place when we were down by the shore in Belmar. We stopped at a little cafe restaurant for breakfast. And they had a huge breakfast, but the thing that stood out was the kielbasa that came with it, and we had to ask where they got it from. So they pointed to this shop in East Brunswick, and we've been hooked on it since. So right across the street from the store where we get the kielbasa is the Village Deli. And it has no seating, so that's why we're dashboard dining today. So I ordered a pretty big 2-egg kielbasa and cheese sandwich with pepper, no salt, and some ketchup because I'm trying to avoid the salt. And
then here is a cross section of the pork roll, egg and cheese. They added pepper and ketchup.
So let's tuck into this. Trying not to talk with my mouth full, but I can't help it. While we're there, we got to get the coffee. I've got their coffee with some hazelnut creamer in there and some half and half. Oh yeah, that just hits the spot. Need that coffee this morning because we got in pretty late last night, sometime around midnight.
And it's just a small black coffee for me.
Yeah, the traffic going up I-95 was, I'd say it wasn't too bad, but it did take us longer than normal. This being an Easter Sunday weekend, traveling on the interstate. You know, I think the kielbasa here, it's not the same kielbasa that they have in the store down the street. Because I noticed their kielbasa is like a skinnier sausage here. It's kind of tangy, a little bit sweet, and it's got a nice, sausagey texture to it.
Yeah, I always thought the pork roll tasted a little bit like ham with more texture to it.
Yeah, they'll ask you what you want on your sandwich: salt, pepper, and ketchup. I usually tell them no salt because I'm trying to avoid that. And I usually tell them extra on the black pepper. And of course, you gotta have ketchup.
After breakfast, we simply went down the street to the sausage place. This little meat market has a big parking lot, so you don't need to worry about parking most of the time. What you do need to plan for is to bring cash, as the shop does not accept credit cards. It's also a good idea to bring a cooler, as most people leave with big bags full of sausage, hamhocks, or bacon.
Are you next, sir?
Oh, I'm with her.
Okay. Cool shades, buddy.
Can I
Those
get a
real
cigarette?
slippers?
Small glass.
Look at those.
One smoke? Yes, smoke.
Just that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're good. He's ready.
One of the juniper sausage, two of the bratwurst.
They're like a Polish
Three of the
Kielbasa.
Mama, can you just go with butter and onions? And put it in like a broth.
In addition to all the meat products, they carry house-made pierogies and Polish-European products. One of my favorites is the Kociewsko brand of mustard, and I see they have coarse-grain mustard now too. The next morning we stopped at a local Wawa for coffee. I deviated from my normal hazelnut to try their special blueberry crumble coffee. Haisch's bakery is one of those old-world European-style bakeries that seem to be going away these days. Sadly, many bakers retire and no one wants to learn or take over the business. Luckily, it looks like this shop is still going strong and will keep coming here. There is such a large variety of cookies, cakes, pastries, and breads here, and it smells heavenly. My tip: anything with strawberries in it is bound to be fresh and delicious. filled a couple boxes with Sfogliatelle, walnut, and pecan Danishes. Susan also picked out a couple St. Joseph Zeppelis, a coconut macaron, and some Rugelach.
We're gonna start with this St. Joseph's Zeppeli. It's kind of to me it reminds me of a cream puff because it's been split in half and it's filled with cream, I believe. And you know, you got the cherry on top. You want to take the first bite, Dave? Okay, it looks like it's filled with some kind of a pastry cream.
Oh, it's yummy.
I'm gonna have to try this myself.
Nice and fresh.
Yeah. It reminds me an awful lot of the cream puff. But being a Zeppeli, I think it's deep fried. But I don't know for sure. It's definitely some kind of a chew pastry. The St. Joseph's Zeppeli reminds me a lot of the Dunkin' Donuts French cruller, except the French cruller isn't filled with pastry cream and whipped cream and stuff. So this is much better. But if you're hankering for this kind of flavor and you can't make it all the way to Haisch's in New Jersey, you can always pretend by getting a French cruller and spraying some whipped cream on top. That's kind of a close approximation, but not the same thing. While Susan's working on that,
I can't resist finishing this.
yeah. So I'm gonna go and give the Sfogliatelle a try. This is a layered Italian pastry. It's usually filled with, I think, some kind of a ricotta filling, and sometimes they put in candied citrus fruits in there. So let's give this a try. And I know I'm gonna get sugar all over me. I'll look like a Coke fiend. This is so crispy.
We'll be matching. I have powdered sugar all over my face.
Yeah, it's all over the car. I've had these where the cream is like really creamy, or sometimes it's kind of rubbery. This is like a good medium. It's got a good citrus fruit flavor in there. And semolina, I think, now that I think of it, it's not ricotta, it's a semolina filling. Want to try?
Sure. Very good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Every time I come up to New Jersey, I look for a place that has these. Just having some of this Wawa limited edition blueberry cobbler coffee. I dressed it up with a little bit of sugar and some half and half. Yeah, there's a blueberryness to it there, but not really strong. I didn't expect it to be. If you like this kind of thing, I don't really taste cobbler so much in it. It's just more like a little bit of blueberry flavoring in the coffee. I mean, everyone has their own tastes. I think I'm just gonna stick to hazelnut. The blueberry comes in the nose. There's like a blueberry scent in there. which kind of reminds me of weirdly, I once had a silicone rubber fishing lure that was blueberry scented, and that's what it's reminding me of. Maybe that's why I don't like it so much, because it makes me think of a blueberry scented rubber worm. I know,
you're
that's
a very
odd.
big fish.
Yeah. Now we're going to give this walnut ring Danish. Actually, no, this is the pecan. The walnut ring Danish is really similar, but it's pretty fragile. It's pretty big, and I don't want to pull it out of the box right now. But the pecan Danish is pretty good. Nice buttery brioche type of Danish pastry, and it's got some toasted pecans on top, and
Good
covered.
amount of sugar glaze.
Yeah. This is going to be great with coffee. We stopped over at Wawa for coffee before coming over here, but what's nice about the Haisch's Bakery is it's right next door to a Quick Check, so you can have Quick Check coffee, which is pretty reasonably priced and a good product. Want to take a bite there?
Freshly made pastry, very soft. The fresh pecans.
Yes. Nice tender pastry. The toasted pecans really make it. Good amount of sugar, not too sweet. You know, sometimes you go to the supermarket bakeries and it's just covered with a layer of sugar.
This looks like half that sugar.
The pecans actually come out in this. No, this is a winner.
And next we're going to try the apple fritter. This apple fritter feels really light and airy because I've had some that are really dense, but let's give this one a try. Surprisingly, despite being covered in sugar glaze, it's not too sweet. I do taste apple in the first bite. This is something I really would come back for. You want to give it a try?
Okay, I'll give it a try. Wow.
Apple, cinnamon, a bit of sugar in a soft pastry.
Yeah, that's perfect. All of these are great with coffee. That's whenever we're up in New Jersey, we'll stop here at Haisch's. That makes me think of apple pie in a pastry. It's got that cinnamony spice, good amount of sugar, and a really, really wonderful buttery pastry. It's hard to find a bakery that makes that these days. You know, you can find similar looking things at supermarkets, but they're not using the quality ingredients.
Yeah, not like here. This is also another winner.
Okay, I think we should.
We'll finish up the pastries and then
Yeah,
we'll be
we're
on
gonna
our way.
hit the road.
And here I am trying their coconut macaron. I really love these. I used to get them. Shout out to the Silvas in Vienna. I really miss you guys. That bakery has closed down, but you know what? This really will do as a substitute.
I'm not a big fan of macarons, so I just let Susan indulge
these are
on her own.
Oh, these are yummy.
Oh, you're trying to make me envious, aren't you?
Oh, you're still not gonna like coconut, but I love this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a reasonable substitute for the old Silvas in Vienna, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this.
That's Vienna, Virginia, by the way.
These will do nicely.